Izmonster, and Introvert Taher.
Taher. We're going to go with that.
All
Against Darkgoul and Vocal. This is going to be exciting because Darkgoul and Vocal aren't like... So Darkgoul's been attending a ton of offline events. He's not somebody that I would say, oh, I expected to see him in a top 8 or a top 16. But he's been getting slowly better at every event that he enters, and he's always got some of the most hilarious sets to watch with how he plays, Taros in particular. But Izmonster and Taher, I'm not exactly sure how they're going to be able to match up against these two players. So I'm very excited as we go into game number 1 of Mammoth Fortress. Already Darkgoul opening up with that hammer, side light, and to neutral light onto Izmonster, and he returns to the cannon. We see lots of cannon play here over EU, and the lance as well.
Yeah, I'm actually very, like, one thing I'm also noticing, like, EU is, like, I mean, the diversity of where these people are coming from as well, man. Like, every flag is different here.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So, I mean, and I'm sure you'll see that sometimes in America, but, like, you know, in America, it's going to be usually American-dominated tournament. Here in the EU,
with our, like, 3 or 4 Canadians.
Right.
Yeah, like, that's typical.
Oh!
Man, ground pound down. Darkgoul, can he make it back? He does. Recovery, dodges out of the way of that lance falling straight down. That's another benefit of playing a character like Scarlet, right? Those weapons are so huge. Just tossing them down for edge guards is, like, it's a no-brainer. That's something that you don't get with the Orb. Like, I think, Orb is definitely the smallest.
Very hard to do that with. Yeah. But now you're walking around with Scarlet having the hammer and the lance. Like, not much to worry about with that spinning hammer and that huge lance flying at you. Here we go.
Monster with a nice cannon side take off the bottom of the stage. I see that from Sigil players a lot with the Mammoth Fortress platform because it moves to the left and right. If you can get underneath that and people think that they're safe, you can just hit with that neutral signature. But man, Monster down again. Vocal went down pretty early on, but Darkgoul is yet to lose a stock. And the taunts are already starting off the left side of the stage from him.
I mean, it's still technically almost an even game, though. If they can get the stock off of Vocal, this is going right back to even now. Also, Izmonster has to, keep the damage to a minimum. He's already in the yellow. He's starting to rack it up on.
Darkgoul making a statement there, taking out Vocal, making the stocks completely even, 3-1 to 3-1, and there he goes down. Blue team with a slight lead now. Of course, that could be completely turned around if Izmonster goes down too early, because even though, like, if Taher has 3 stocks, it's still a 1v2. There's no stock share function in Brawlhalla.
Yeah, and that was actually one thing I was wondering. I wanted to ask the devs about. Did they ever even consider that, like a stock share? I'm actually really cool with the fact that it doesn't exist because now it makes both people like really accountable for how they have to play.
Right. There's the strategy factor of like right here. Because of the fact that, like, Taher wasn't able to hold on, or Izmonster wasn't able to hold on to those stocks for so long, it's a strategy, right? It's a win condition to be like, if we take him down, we can win the 1v2 in a match that we normally couldn't win. And I think it's a large part of the decision.
Okay. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So, I mean, like, you're playing doubles, both people have to be accounted for, and then once one person's out, it's like, all right, we don't want to make it.
Side 6, it puts up the reads taunt. All right, Taher.
Yeah, he's looking, all right, just going to get the quick weapon toss, get some extra damage here. Again.
It's funny because it's like it is extra damage, but it's also like
it's
the least amount
rude.
of damage. It's like 1 damage per hit, and you just get knocked back, and he picks it back up, and he's going to go for that's 4 in a row. Let's go for 5, Dark. Oh, nice. Waited in place. Neutral light went for the recovery, but Vocal actually takes him the other way. A little bit of a miscommunication there with the team combo, but that's 6. All right.
He
missed it.
I was like 6 in a row right there, so good stuff. Racking the 6 whole damage.
Like 6 whole damage. But, you know, the mental damage is, like, uncalculable. Oh, man.
There we go. That's 3 taunts. 4. 5. No, I'm not going to get the 5th one out.
Dude, Darkgoul setting up for this best of 5. That's just how you have to do it. Game number 1, and it's already lost. Ooh, weapon toss hits his teammate there. Just still manages to pick it up, though.
Introvert, though, definitely trying to fight his way back into this game. I mean, like, this is not doable. He really had to just find the stock off of Vocal, but now Vocal added up so much damage right there in that little combination, leaving a lot to be desired from from Introvert now.
Ground pound into another ground pound. Darkgoul just trying to finish off the stock. Grab cancel sighting. Nice punish with the stomp there. Introvert could make something happen here if he takes down Vocal because it is a 1v1. And at that point, okay, Darkgoul, number of taunts. Ooh.
Okay.
What's the
and the thumbs up.
Yeah. You start. Wow, that's actually a really great weapon toss.
Yeah, I think if he had ground pounded like right there as well, I think he would have hit him. He forced him to go back inside. Oh man. Okay, maybe another weapon toss. Those are straightforward this time.
Another one. Oh, dodge out of the way. He can't even make it back. He didn't hold the recovery long enough. So the lance, you can charge that recovery. The longer you charge, the farther you fly.
Yeah.
And it's actually been a change very, very recent, like most recent patch, that like the minimum charge time for that has been reduced.
Okay.
So it's like side light into recovery is true on Lance if you're fast enough about it. But I think it may have just been like he clicked it so fast he didn't travel far enough. He could have sided.
I felt like he definitely still had enough stage to try to like hit the stage, but he must have got kind of panicked, went back too far and then went forward, but didn't touch the bottom of the stage.
It's all those taunts and weapon tosses.
Yeah,
it's just how it's like, doesn't even remember his move kit. No, could have side aired. No, it wasn't enough.
It's like I thought I had a propulsion move. Oh right, side air. I'll get it next time.
It was game 1.
Yeah.
Game 2 is coming up, and we saw both from Izmonster and Vocal. They were just being completely focused down on either side. It just happened that Izmonster was the first one to go, as opposed to Vocal, and Darkgoul was able to have that lead. We now are going into game number 2, and we'll see if a similar thing can happen, because really it's just a minor playstyle adjustment that you have to do to really not lose those stocks as fast as they did. We see an example of how I was talking about, like with Zol, for example, right? Why he's able to succeed so much with Can with the high force. On Sidra, it's actually common to take out of your dexterity and bring it down to 3 and put in a defense, because dexterity matters the least when it comes to cannon strings actually being true or not. And that's like a thing that you can just be like, oh, this weapon's going to function the same no matter what I do with my dexterity. I can afford to put it in other stats.
Yeah, I was literally just about to ask you that. Like, I've noticed that this, Sidra's going full defense right here, which I mean might help because taking quite a bit of damage in that last game. But I don't know if she started with the
I wasn't sure either.
So
I know defense is the most valuable stat in 2s just because there's 3 targets that are hitting you instead of 1. But yeah, that's another reason why to do it, is because the dexterity doesn't make a difference. Ooh, that first stock goes over to the red team, and Izmonster could go down fast.
Would dexterity make a decent amount of difference for the sword, though?
Probably.
Okay.
I think it just adds more options out of downlight, and it's not significant enough. Because downlight recovery and downlight Sarah will still work as skill options.
And that's all you really need, right?
And if you're a cannon main, then you really don't care about the sword.
Yeah, I mean, he was kind of stuck on the sword for a bit, but he managed to finally get his cannon. I'm sure he's going to try to keep this for as long as possible. Okay, just barely avoiding the team combo there.
Interesting where Darkgoul is putting on even more damage. And man, blue team is taking a ton of hits, but that defense is making a difference for Monster as he gets hit by that side light, and he's still living. Weapon toss down just to be able to cover himself. Accidentally hits Darkgoul with that pivot side sig. Sider sends him flying. Oh, blue team. Oh, no, team combo came out of that.
Actually trying to figure out who's going to lose it. Oh, okay, there's Izmonster's going to lose that stock, and so will maybe?
Oh, nope. Darkgoul's so adamant about getting the weapon toss KO. Like, that's all he wants. He's just trying to bounce it off his opponent's head every time until they just have no jumps left.
Yeah, because I definitely think he was in position to set up for a ground pound right there on that recovery, but instead he's like, I'm going to go back to stage. Ooh. Okay.
Steam going for that edge guard works really well on a map like Shipwreck, the smallest ledges that you can see. Your Sig rides up a little bit more. Oh, recovery stop by Vocal there.
Okay. Nice.
Nicely
read on
done.
that.
And the neutral on Darkgoul. Can Darkgoul make it back? Goes all the way. Okay, the dodge does work out. Vocal was in position to try to give him some support, but they're keeping the weapons denied from Darkgoul, and he's been unarmed for a good 30 seconds, still jumping around waiting for that perfect weapon spawn. Dodges the nair, and the downlight slider takes him down. He is down to 1 stock, and the blue team is in the lead for the first time this set.
Okay,
recovery takes him down. It's 4 stocks to 2.
This is looking amazing for the blue team this time around. I mean, I'm not sure what conversation they had in the middle of this set, but it definitely worked out for them. As you can see, they have a 1 stock lead, and not something that can't be sapped away, but the defense of Izmonster definitely paying off.
Yeah, still only that stock after a solid stare in the face. No, okay. Recognizing he didn't have the jumps left to make it back, just fast fall, so he can get back to his teammate faster, because as you can see, he's taking a lot of damage. Stocks even across the board. Gravity cancel neutral means Darkgoul has no dodge, but they don't decide to punish it. Yeah, dodge in the air is like 3 seconds longer than the dodge on the ground.
I think that's one of the things about doubles too, though. Like once once your teammate goes down, that like 3 or 4 seconds that they're not available can definitely be like a big make or break if you end up getting caught in a team combo while your teammate's trying to get off that Halo platform. So.
Yeah, because while the sidekick is bringing you back to the stage, you actually can't jump out of it until you hit the ground.
Right.
Like, there's a lot of time that you were just spent waiting for your character to be playable again. Sidelight from Vocal. Another one. Oh, but the down stick. If you went for a side stick, maybe that would have worked. Solid punishes. Darkgoul done. He is, and it's a 1v1 between the 2 players that were gone the fastest in the previous game.
It's actually crazy, but look at this. The defense going to allow him to survive that. Oh, my God. Is that a big read? It is. What a turnaround right there from Vocal. He's like, I know you're going to try to air dodge past me. I got the read.
Yeah, pivoted that down stick, the cover in the air, and the straight down stick is so great because when you gravity cancel it, unlike slide charging, you're just going to stay in a position in the air as if you're standing on the ground.
Right.
Whereas, like, if he dashed forward, slide charged that down sig, and charged it, he would have just kept descending as the move actually played out. But they're really great job being able to get that finisher, and I think we're going to see it right here. The nair into the landing.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, he actually picked up the sword again to be able to get that. Great job.
He put some pressure out on him. Like he threw the weapon toss at him, kind of forced him to look at that, and then as he got closer, he's like, oh, he's probably going to try to, he's probably going to try to just straight side sig me off the side. But he was like, no, I'm going to wait. I'm going to, counter your option and then finish you with the neutral sig the other side. Good stuff.
Vocal securing that 2-0 lead for his team and looking a lot closer for Introvert and Izmonster as they were going into that second game. I don't think we went back to Shipwreck Falls. I feel like that stage made a huge difference. Mammoth Fortress is there's so much side of the stage to play on that like having that much more room to recover and mess with your opponents may have worked out a lot more in favor for Darkgoul and Vocal. We're going to see if that matters here as we go to Apocalypse for game number 3. Is a stage that we don't see too much. It's the most recent stage added to the ranked map.
Yeah, I was ready to say this seems like a very new stage. I don't remember this one, but yeah, this is. I mean, it's a nice looking stage regardless.
Yeah,
so does this platform move or is
it does, but unlike Mammoth, it doesn't go to the left and right. Like it doesn't descend. It only goes from left to right and occasionally, so it stays right above the stage.
Yeah, that's not bad. Pretty interesting mix of what you can do with that platform.
Ooh, Darkgoul fully charged that down. It's like in there you see it starting to move, and then you're able to use that for a little bit of cover. Introvert looking for a weapon, picks up the lance and immediately siders Vocal to the side, but he's taking so much damage, returning some nairs from the lance. That 360 burn coming through from, nice ground pound on the stage as well. Chase dodges forward, went for the sider. He doesn't get it. No, Darkgoul fast falls right below that move, but doesn't go for the punish. Darkgoul actually gravity cancels side stick off the left, takes out Introvert first. They're going over for Izmonster now as that neutral light hits, and he has to wait for that dodge to come back. Can he do it? No.
I was very interested to see who was going to lose that stock first, man. Like literally everyone was in the red except for Darkgoul, who's still actually sitting in the orange, getting closer and closer to this red, but not there yet. Look at the damage he's adding up too, man. That's the one big thing about Taros, though, man. Taros definitely knows how to rack up the damage.
Yeah, Taros a lot like Zol, where like Force is really his only stat that you really look at and think it's significant. But once you start hitting everybody, it's great. Vocal goes down to his second stock, and Darkgoul off the right side of the stage now in the red. For the first time.
What? Okay, team save right there. Love it. Love it. So Vocal going to go off stage, recover his boy back to the top, make sure he can get into the stage and keep this third stock or his first stock. While he's still sitting in the red, so he's going to have to play a little patient. Oh, okay. Didn't end up losing stock off that one, though.
Went for the weapon toss again. Neutral catches both his teammate and Izmonster, but Vocal actually sidered off of the knockback from that attack. Great little weird team combo that came up with both of them. And the punch to send Monster flying, dominating is Darkgoul as he finally goes down, loses that first stock, but that is just one of 3. And Izmonster is basically on his winner's bracket stock at this point because he can't lose anymore.
Yeah, man. So, I mean, they had a chance to get themselves on the board in that last game. Izmonster and Taher were, like, pretty much in the lead up until the very end where it became a one-on-one between Vocal and Izmonster, and he's not able to close it out. So, Vocal being clutch and now giving his team a chance to get another 3-0 here. Oh.
Double neutral sig from Darkgoul. The sider to punish him. Can he make it back? He can. Dodges all the way up, and Vocal's covered him with the downlight. Now it's a 2v1 on to Taher, and this is looking a lot like game number 1. The adjustments they made in game 2 didn't transfer over here because we are in that 3 stocks to 2 situation once again, but Vocal not even that damaged. He goes off the top, and now it's like, basically, are they going to play for the highlight reel or not? And Darkgoul, he gets punched in the face for giving him the face palm.
Yeah, I'm interested in if, like, what changed between the second and third game. Honestly, I think they might have picked too small of a stage. Like, in my opinion, I feel like if you're going to play it with a cannon partner, you definitely want some space. Even if your cannon partner is really good at spacing around you, I still feel like you need to command a lot of space as a cannon player.
A lot of time for Monster, I saw, was sent on the right side of the stage, gravity cancel, like cannonballing, and it's like not only are you using your dodge, you're being put on the edge for a reason. It's because you don't have enough room to be able to use the moves that you want to use, and we see that happening here as Darkgoul now on his, still on his second stock, trying to go for that recovery. Dodge, use all the way. Dive kicks out of the way of the weapon toss. He's doing a great job of surviving, but at this point, it's just the inevitable. Nicely done. Vocal gets that side to be able to finish things off, and they go 3-0 in this winner's bracket match. Darkgoul and Vocal moving on.
It's crazy, too, man. I was almost, a 1-1 situation in that second game, and then they just, but the first and third game, definitely no competition on who was the clear winner of that one.
Yeah, it was a repeat of game number 1 for sure. And when you have 3 stocks to 1 in situations like those, like I've seen some crazy 2v1s, but it's been from a very select few amount of players, and it is the ones that you said, like every LAN you expect to hear them at, whether it's like Boomy or Sandstorm or Wrenched or any of the other names as such. And that's going to be it for that game. Another 3-0.